So this term came to me this morning, eccentric oppression. And I feel spiritually to me to help guide some people, someone or many, on understanding that the strangeness of you, or the mystery of you, or the, nonconformist and taboo aspects of who you are, the things that you're interested in, are absolutely natural, right? Like, that's natural. Like, when I say no, just saying natural makes me think of like the natural world, like elements, right? Elements of nature, and like our ancestral civilizations, ancient civilizations, who practiced those things that society today looks down upon or labels as evil, or just disrespects, disregards, and shows disdain towards. And those people who engage with those things, they may have a certain kind of appearance, like, it's just, the oppression is real, like, the oppression is real. It's like, if you ask the average person, they say they want peace in the world. They want to see peace in the world. They want to see love, more compassion, and all of this. But day to day, you walk past a person, you think they're weird because of what they dress, how they dress. You think they're weird because of how their makeup or their look, or things they may talk about. You think is weird, and it's just like, people are hypocritical, and that's just a fact. People are hypocritical, and we've been conditioned as a society, as a planet, globally, right, from colonialism, imperialist, white supremacist, capitalist patriarchy, as Bell Hooks puts it. Okay, we've all been affected by that, and assimilation. So the ideas around what life is supposed to be about, and how we're supposed to be living, is ever present in people, and some people have just not grown out of that, or been aware of how to grow out of that. So many people believe that life is about making money, having a job, having a career, having a family, going on vacation every once in a while, and that's it. They have no interest in exploring anything outside of that. They have no, desire to understand anything outside of that, including the people that do. One of my last shorts was about being perceived, and how certain people only hold a perception of you. They don't take the time to want to get to know you personally and accurately. They're not curious about you. They have assumptions based on what you look like, based on what you're into, and they leave it at that, right? And that's a difficult way to live in relationship, and even in society sometimes, because, again, the hypocrisy of people who say, we need to have more compassion and more unity, but does that not include people who may step outside the norm when it comes to their way of living and being and presenting themselves, right? People are people. Right? People are people, and I feel that so long as you're not doing any harm, you're not being destructive, you're not intentionally trying to just cause chaos and disruption in other people's lives and things like that, like you're minding your divine business, that it should be okay. But it is what it is, honestly. Like, and that's the perspective you gotta have. For those who may be on that path, or have been on that path for a while, and feeling like you've been outcasted or shunned, or misinterpreted, misunderstood, and all of those things, right? If anyone's ever felt like that, or you feel like that currently, like, you take that with the realm. You take that with the reality that there are people who don't understand, don't care to understand, and will never understand. But what's most important is that you understand. You understand your path. You understand why you're the way that you are. You understand what it is that you like to get into, and what you're interested in, and what that means for you. All right? We have to liberate ourselves from that eccentric oppression of not wanting to show ourselves and talk about things that we believe in because other people don't. Like, there are people who believe plenty of things that are absolute lies. Absolute lies. And are still emotionally triggered and affected by those lies. And then once you awaken and you learn more, you grow out of that, you start resonating with things that actually mean something to you, that keep you uplifted and empowered. And those that are still stuck in that matrix are the ones looking at you crazy. It's a crazy transition to observe. It's a crazy transition to observe. But you mind your divine business. You pay attention to what nurtures your soul. Okay? And if it's weird to people, we gotta let it be weird. Be weird. Weird is good. I was thinking about what was that on Vampire in Brooklyn. It's like evil is good. No, weird is good. Weird is good. You know, be unique, stay unique. We're all unique beings. I guess you got to question the familiarity. You know what I mean? As a sociology student, someone who studies sociology, okay, that is the key hallmark of awareness is you question the familiar. If everything's the same and most people are doing the same thing, that's like weird. Everybody look the same, doing the same thing, following the same life path, doing the same thing. That is like, that's strange. Okay? Breaking the mold and not conforming to those things, like that's a natural way of doing things. I feel like that now, like getting back to the natural ways of things. People say, oh, things have changed, you know, back in the day. Okay, well, back in the day, people were following their own internal compass. They weren't following the norms of society unless it was tribalism. You know what I'm saying? And it was something that was like sacred to the people, not the system. But I think I might stop there. Okay, I offer a free service consultation. Okay, I'm a multidimensional intuitive healer. Okay, and I offer a service consultation for those that are on their spiritual path or awakening journeys, and they're just, you know, they may have questions about where they are right now, you know, and I could provide some possible guidance or support in that. You could book that through the link in the description. I also have a multi-dimensional chit chat where we can discuss all the taboo, weird, strange, esoteric, eccentric things. Okay, maybe we can learn from each other. Do read the descriptions and disclaimers thoroughly before booking. I offer readings, alchemy readings for your transformational journey, love life readings, also for transformation, but also in relationship as well. And I speak to the shadow and soul. I am a shadow and soul oracle. So what I do is I get into what the deepest issues are and how to enlighten them, right? So know that as a disclaimer. I also have a blog where I have written some metaphysical content, some music that I've recorded. Link to my SoundCloud is on there. I also have a book, Word to the Wise, Spiritual Messages for Self and Relationship. It can be downloaded on Amazon. And so, yeah, y'all take a look at that. And again, your journey is yours. Your path is yours. You are a unique, individualized expression of source, of all, of God, of higher power. And anyone that has an issue with that is just going to have an issue. And anybody who's actually curious and wants to get to know you will do that. And for everything in between, you just keep minding your divine business.